hope you Republicans are happy because I'm about to become so fucking gay. It's unbelievable. If you guys think that I'm ever touching a man again, you got another fucking gay thing coming. Being gay is a choice. Being gay is a choice. Yeah, I'm bisexual and I'm about to choose to be so gay that the wheels fall off of your car. I am literally never kissing a man again in Trump's America. Like, it's not happening. Like, you guys lost me. Like, congratulations.
It is war on masculinity. They admit it. I said it obviously months in advance, years in advance. I tell you guys this.
I'm doing this for us all.
No, this has to be a skit. This has to be a skit. This one can't be real. Right?
Why is it?
There's no way this is a real person having a real reaction to Trump winning.
Isn't it working? Why isn't it working?
Yeah, this one's a skit for sure.
Nothing works anymore. Nothing works anymore. I'm not doing this for me.
If that isn't a skit somehow, then this needs to be like a wake-up call for the left. You see what happens when you don't get married and when you resent masculinity and objective reality? This is literally what happened. This is the reason, guys, why I go so hard against degenerate femininity. Because this woman's life, if this is real, is ruined. Although I'm not, like, I don't know how you put those purple things over your eyes and, like, you know, don't understand what you're doing.
Anymore. Nothing works anymore. I'm not doing this for me.
The zombie hordes have been decimated. They are retreating, but the most radical elements in their group are already trying to regroup, and it's funny to see because the manifestations of that are degenerate, resentful women proclaiming their psychopathology and hatred for masculinity. Obviously, they have no power, but this is actually the biggest problem for them because they only believe in power. And so when they don't have any, they're completely lost. They're not tethered to sanity or objective reality anymore. The reason they don't believe in anything besides power is because Marxism insists that there's no such thing as, that the only thing that there is power. There's no competence, there's no merit, there's no reciprocity. Whereas obviously conservatives, we love to debate with each other. We'll use logic, reason, rationality, other objective mechanisms to debate ideas. There's a lot of debate on the right. This is also the reason why we have all of the intellectual titans and the biggest podcasts, is because we freely engage with ideas. But the left can't do any of that, because to engage with objectivity on any level is to engage in oppression, because anything outside of their ideology to them is oppression, which conveniently, of course, grants them counterfeit virtue points. Now, the women that are losing their minds here, they're doing so because they realize they have no power, but they're not practiced in engaging with reality or with ideas. And so what do these women resort to? They resort to cutting their hair off, sort of mutilating themselves, and which obviously can be literal if you take that far enough. And they also are saying, some of them are saying, we're not going to have sex for the next 4 years. So rather than engage with ideas or debate ideas, they instantly revert to a very shallow objectification of themselves. And it's sad to see, but it's not surprising. Now, tomorrow I'm going to be releasing a very interesting video on this where I dive deeper into the female psychopathology of the left, specifically how Marxism and the ideology of leftism preys on vulnerable women. I have a specific instance that I think is very apt. That video will be coming out tomorrow, but today we're going to be looking at some broader examples to get warmed up for that video.
All right, 4B movement starting. You know what we're gonna do?
I've decided that cigarettes don't count today, and I honestly might go get a tattoo.
If you don't know what the 4B movement is, Korean women had decided to stop having babies until they received equal rights.
That is
You have equal rights. As a matter of fact, you have even more rights than men given the current state of the divorce courts.
not a joke. That is not an exaggeration. They are not dating men.
I don't know if this is a man or a woman. I would guess that this is... Actually, I'm not going to guess.
They are not marrying men. They are not having children with men. They're not even sleeping with men.
This is a classic case of spiting the nose on your own face, hoping, you know, your enemy will get upset, or drinking poison, hoping that it'll poison someone else. For a woman to not have kids, and to say, I'm not even going to date a man as they're a young woman, especially as they're a young woman, squanders their entire youth and sexual market value. Because once women hit the wall, it's not like they can start having kids. After they're 35, a woman can't just start having children, whereas a man can have children well after he's 40 or 50. So these women that think they can outcompete men by running down the clock, sorry, the clock's on our side if you want to be really crass about it, and that is just biology. These women thinking that men are going to be like, oh, well, darn it, this woman's ruining her life. Anyway, I'll just go date Betsy. Like, it doesn't affect us, but also the entire cause, obviously, is corrupt because a lot of women voted for Trump.
Anymore, and it's called the 4B movement because the Korean words for those four things all start with the letter B.
Today I want to get into the expansion of the 4B movement into the 5B movement, the 6B movement,
the Chinese iteration of the 6B, 4T, or 10BT movement, the 7B movement, the 8
They're doing their natural thing.
movement, and the 8B, 4T movement.
And I think all women should stop having sex for the next 4 years.
Whatever will I do? Oh, darn it.
I want the men in this country to know that half the female population, we're dry.
For the next 4 years, I am going to abstain from schmex with men.
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Not you!
I've literally broken up with a man because he voted for Trump.
Let's go.
And you can too.
W man, let's go. And of course we see the resentment that I talked about at the beginning of the video, advocating for the breaking up of the family. So this is a problem because women who are more easily preyed on by the resentment, the psychopathic resentment of Marxism, their lives are aimed to be destroyed. Marxism, of course, the ideology of the left, tries to destroy lives. It inverts everything. So it tries to make women more masculine, it tries to make men more feminine, it demonizes any notion of objectivity, it demonizes anything that can stand against the ideology saying, I'm the arbiter of virtue. The family, of course, being numero uno in that.
I'm dry as a desert, baby, and I don't want it to change.
Fucking stop dating men. Stop having sex with men.
Oh,
Stop talking to men.
Oh, this is good. Oh, that's really good. Stop talking to men. As she cuts her hair off with imprecisely with scissors. Oh, you can't make this up.
Dating men. Stop having sex with men. Stop talking to men. Here you go. Short hair.
Dude, look at this.
Here we go. Here we go.
Like this would be considered mental illness. This would be played on CNN if Trump supporters were doing this right now.
Here we go. Here we go. We're
Oh my gosh, I'm hurting men by doing this, aren't I? Snip, snip.
cutting it off because you. That's why. You think I'm crazy?
Guys, I'm trying to be funny, but then she actually admits exactly what I just said. You guys understand how accurate my analysis is? You hear it from me, and then you hear it from them. I'm able to analyze the architecture of Marxist ideology so incredibly accurately. They think they're spiting the nose on their own face instead of their enemy. She's cutting off her hair to punish other men. It doesn't make any sense. These people are made crazy. They're made lunatics by the left.
Crazy? Me too. Crazy.
Like she's making herself ugly. I mean, the thing is we know from psychological literature, especially on the development of teenage girls, that their self-worth is very tightly correlated with their image. This is the reason why girls tend to have more of an identity crisis surrounding image in their teenage years than men do. So what I'm saying here is what she's doing is like severely going to impact her mental health. And she's doing it anyway because she's so desperate to be a victim. In some sense, she's desperate to feel that sense of, oh my gosh, I'm ugly now. I must be a victim. I'm a good person. Because they've lost on every front of objectivism. They've lost on every front of meritocracy. It's very interesting in that sense. They've lost the debate, so they have no way of being good people besides being victims. And so they find new ways to victimize themselves. Interesting.
I will not be giving my money to the beauty industry anymore. Not be giving my money to anyone that helps support misogyny and the patriarchy and keeping
It's mental illness.
women down.
They are desperate to be victims, guys. I think I've cracked it. They've lost the debate. They can't engage in ideas or objectivism or logic, and so they just have to find new ways to be victims to claim good person status. It's great that we have X and influence of X so that we can freely call this out so people can see it. Like, maybe she's gonna walk around in a red dress next too. They have to invent ways to be victimized.
And making women think that we need to look a certain way or be a certain way or you. You. Women.
We're not gonna do makeup. We're not gonna use filters.
Oh, this is good.
We're not gonna go get the skin stuff. We're not gonna dress up and look nice.
Yeah, yeah. Men are definitely lining up outside your house, honey. Why aren't you getting, makeup done? Well, it's really hurting my day. You think these women obviously are disconnected with reality, but do they really think that this is in any way, even 1%, offending men? Like, we don't even think about this, dude. not even for a second. This is funny. This is entertainment.
I hope you Republicans are happy because I'm about to become so fucking gay. It's unbelievable. If you guys think that I'm ever touching a man again, you got another fucking gay thing coming.
Mental illness!
I'm getting married in 11 days, bitch. To a woman. You see that shit?
Oh, you voted for Trump because you wanted to bring back traditional American family values?
Yeah, and we don't need you for that. If you want to ruin your life, that is completely up to you, and you're the only person who will suffer the consequences of that. The only person.
I'm about to munch so much box that if you were in my vicinity, you would go up in flames. Being gay is a choice. Being gay is a choice. Yeah, I'm bisexual, and I'm about to choose to be so gay that the wheels fall off of your car. I am literally never kissing a man again in Trump's America. Like, it's not happening. You guys lost me. Like, congratulations.
It is war on masculinity. They admit it. I said it, obviously, months in advance, years in advance. I tell you guys this. Help spread the message, because I know many of you understand, but the fact that I'm able to explain this so accurately is very important. Help me spread the message to as many people as possible.
You won the war, but you lost the bisexual battle.
This is being used without a filter. I usually do a filter, but you know what? I'm done using
Men don't care! Oh my, no, god damn it, she's not using a filter.
I'm doing this for us all.
No, this has to be a skit. This has to be a skit. This one can't be real. Right?
Why is it?
There's no way this is a real person having a real reaction to Trump winning.
Isn't it working? Why isn't it working?
Yeah, this one's a skit, for sure.
Nothing works anymore. Nothing works anymore. I'm not doing this for me.
If that isn't a skit somehow, then this needs to be like a wake-up call for the left. You see what happens when you don't get married and when you resent masculinity and objective reality? This is literally what happened. This is the reason, guys, why I go so hard against degenerate femininity. Because this woman's life, if this is real, is ruined. Although I'm not, like, I don't know how you put those purple things over your eyes and, like, don't understand what you're doing.
Nothing works anymore. I'm not doing this for me.
So obviously, this is not every leftist. There are a lot of liberals that I think are taking time to reflect. Maybe not as many as we'd like, but still, the defeat was so overwhelming and sent such a strong message with us taking the popular vote and so many seats in the Senate as well, just as a cherry on top of the icing, that there are some people reflecting, being like, okay, maybe we shouldn't have engaged in purely identity politics and purely demonized all the people that were debating in ideas. Maybe we shouldn't have thought of ourselves as superior to them. There are those people. But the fact that this exists and demonstrates there is a very real illness alive in the left, and we are trying to save them. And truth is the best disinfectant, so that's what we're doing here. Tomorrow, there's going to be a deeper analysis on an individual case of degenerate femininity, which I found very interesting. And a girl named Kennedy Walsh, who's a YouTuber. So be sure to subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.